Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the Genera Elusive Target Arcade contract, or should I say the General. I guess IO Interactive wanted to keep the L, considering they're taking so many lately. But nevertheless, let's get into it. I'm going to cover all 3 levels with a Silent Assassin rating, and for level 1 we have to just basically do the delete evidence complication, which is not even going to come into it, so don't worry about it. We're going to start with the default loadout as usual, village bus stop, all that kind of stuff, right? And the one thing I will say about this elusive target, this particular one for level 1, you have to make sure that the elusive target spawns in this building in the top left. Now if he's not in there, then you have to go ahead and restart the mission until he is there. It's just annoying because he spawned in 3 random locations and you have to make sure that he is spawning there, otherwise we can't do the method which we're about to do. So make sure he is there, there he is, and then we're going to enter this shed, take this wrench, don't worry, we'll give it him back. We're going to climb up these stairs, grab that hammer and chuck it just over there in the corner. Then we're going to press our body against this wall, and then we're going to subdue this guy from around the corner. You just basically tap the subdue button, and that's it. Then we're going to chuck the hammer in that corner over there, and drag this body more further into the corner. Again, we're going to press our body against the corner. We're going to take out the wrench and whack him over the head with it. Take his disguise, leave his body there. And then we're going to enter this area over here. We're waiting for that guard to just lean over the ledge before we do this. Then we're going to stay crouched and release this valve. And that's pretty much it. All we're going to do now is we're going to put our suit back on. We don't have to do that. But we're going to put our suit back on because I like to leave my suit. Enter the shed. Give this nice man his wrench back. Sorry about that, my dude. There you go. And then we're going to wait at the bus stop for the eventual accident kill to happen. So Vicente is going to go outside, smoke a cigar, and he's going to go boom boom, and that's going to be the end of that. The guy that he was standing next to gets knocked out, so this is not going to spoil your Silent Assassin rating. It's just going to be called an accident kill.
The money is being transferred now, 47. Now to find an exit.
Like I said, it's just as easy as that. There's no big deal around it. It's just quite simple. As long as he's spawning that building, there's not too much that can possibly go wrong there. So, there's a Silent Assassin for level 1. Now for level 2. No further complications. It's still the same one. This is essentially an escalation without any complications, really. This is the what's she called? The Appraiser. That's what it is. Again, default loadout, default start location, all that kind of stuff. And we have to retrieve the notebook as well. Nice and easy. Don't have to worry about it too much. I think in the previous one, was it the Codices? I think it was. You're only allowed 1 disguise change, if I remember correctly. That was a bit more complicated. This time, you got no such restrictions. The only thing you've got is if you get spotted by a camera, you got to delete the evidence. But I'm not even sure if there is cameras on here. I can't exactly remember where they all are. That's strange. But yeah, you're not going to have to worry about cameras in any of these 3 levels anyway. So it's kind of a pointless complication. It's not even a complication. It's basically just Silent Assassin. Obviously, if you get spotted by a camera, you take them out. You can still get Silent Assassin anyway after that. So it doesn't even matter if you get spotted by a camera, really. But we're going to pass through this area here. We're going to grab this wrench. That's important. Pass through this area, the catacombs. We're going to wait for the guards to start talking to each other, and then we're going to chuck a coin behind them to distract them. We want them both to turn around, and that's give us a chance to move a little bit further forward. And what we're actually going to do is knock them both out. So first we're going to knock out the guy on the left while he's got his back to you. Bang. Leave the guy. Bonk. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and climb up here. Once you're up here, don't climb out until everyone has got their backs to you, because you don't want to get spotted here. There's a custodian there and a guard. I climbed up a little bit too early. I would belay that climb before you do this. You don't want to get spotted. But ultimately, what we need to do is turn this generator off and turn it back on. The reason why we're turning it back on is because we don't want to distract anybody else out after we knock out the custodian, I should say. So we climbed into the crate to hide. He is going to investigate the generator. We're going to climb out of the box and knock him out. Then put him in the box. So take out the wrench and bonk him on the head. Bonk. And then go ahead and drag him and stick him in the box. The crate thingy in the corner. Go ahead and put on the disguise. And we're going to set up an accident kill, which is going to sabotage this oil tank over here. Create an oil spill. But we are going to get spotted if we don't distract this guy. So we're going to come by this wall, chuck a coin in that corner over there, boom. And he's going to go over there and investigate the sound of it. Meanwhile he's doing that, we're going to go ahead and sabotage this. The target later on is going to be smoking a cigarette. And it's going to go boom. It's funny because all three of these levels have the same kill in all three of them. Once you're in this room, there's only one enforcer in here. When she has her back to you, go ahead and grab the notebook. And that's it. All we've got to do now is climb down this wall and head to an exit. Just make sure you do that while that guard isn't looking, because you could potentially get spotted. Now, I'm going to climb down here, retrace our steps. We are going to leave in this smelly outfit because I forgot to put my suit back on, but it's not important anyway. Even though I did say I'd like to leave in my suit in the previous level. Ignore that. I'm just going to take the exit, which is going to be the start location, which is the boat exit. And it's just as easy as that, really. It's nothing, no dramas, no complications, really. Nothing there too much to get you captured. I think the most difficult part, really, even though it's not difficult, is getting past those two guards in the catacombs. That's it. Apart from that, there's no real way of actually messing this up, really. But I'm sure one of you guys in the comments will surprise me, as you usually do. But we're going to take this exit over here. And it's a nice, easy silent assassin for level 2 of the Genera. Elusive Target Arcade contract. The old classic boat exit. Right. There's the silent assassin that we were looking for. Let's move on to level 3, which is the politician. I think this is the second time she's appeared in Hitman 3. Again, it's the same complication, but we don't need to worry about that. This is the most difficult elusive target in the entire series, in my opinion. So we're going to start at the hut start location with all the default loadout. I was really struggling to come up with a guide for this one. It's very, very difficult. Yeah, but you'd absolutely need a guide for this because it's really tough. She's got a body double that goes around the whole entire area. Many, many guards. It's really difficult. And so it took me literally days to come up with a strategy. So what we're going to do is make sure we circle around the building, stay crouched, we don't want to get spotted. We're going to stay in these little bushes or whatever the hell they are. We're going to get to this point right here, pull out our pistol, shoot this thing, and then we're going to head to an exit. That's it. That's really hard. I had to make sure that's you got that right. Got to make sure you crouch run here and head back to the start where the boat is. We're going to take another boat exit. But man, that is tough. That is got to be one of the hardest elusive targets in the series. It's ridiculous. So she's going to come outside and smoke a cigarette, and she's going to go boom. So that's the third one that's taken a cigarette break, and they've all died of the same thing. I'm not sure if that was an intended thing from IO Interactive. I doubt it. I reckon it's just a pure coincidence. But it is what it is. But yeah. Obviously I'm joking about the difficulty of this elusive target. It's a joke. But yeah, I'm sure people will take that seriously. So we're just going to head down the beach here. She takes it to about the 3-minute mark, so you can keep an eye on the clock at the top of the screen. And around about the 3-minute mark is when she explodes and paints the wall and decorates a new house. So we're just going to activate cinematic panning camera, and that's what we're going to do, and wait for her to pass away.
Target eliminated.
There we go.
Well
She
done.
even hid herself,
The
so
client has
she did the
transferred
job for
all
us as well. Thank you very much for that.
information
Gonna take the boat exit. A nice,
Client
easy,
authorized.
silent assassin, of course. That was the Genera. Or the generic. Whatever you want to call it, that's what it was. Yeah. These Elusive Target Arcade is just very, very boring at this point. Very boring. It was supposed to be adding challenges. This is a joke. The only complication throughout all 3 levels that were persisting was the delete the evidence thing, which is obvious anyway when you get a silent assassin. That is a joke. It's a pure joke. Something needs to change with this content. It really, really does. It's depressing.